the cross was the only thing you ever did for me, I still couldn't tell you thanks enough. If the cross was the only thing you ever did for me, I still couldn't tell you thanks enough.
When God first gave me that line, it came kind of like a revelation, and I was just like, yo, that's so deep, you know. And I was very excited about it. But the more that I reflecting on it, the more I realized that He was actually asking me for something. He was asking me to trust Him, and you know, it's not that I don't want to trust Him, but sometimes life just kind of hits you in a way that makes you think twice. You know, you get your heart broken, or you take a risk and it just doesn't work out. You've been waiting for Him to come through in a particular way for a very long time and it's just not happening. Or you're just looking for Him to care, you know, to be confident and to feel safe with Him. And I think that's what this song is about. And that's what the cross is about. Just this challenge and this encouragement and just being inspired to know that we can trust Him. And it's interesting because the song actually started as a prayer for Israel. You know, we were at Jamaica House of Prayer, just a regular time of praying for Israel, just singing through the scriptures and praying that God would do what was on His heart to do for them. And then it just kind of evolved into a corporate worship chorus, until one evening I was doing a worship with the word set in the prayer room and singing through Romans 8, just reflecting on the great profound mystery of the grace of God. And I think that's when it just really came together, the song really came together, and it hit home for me, just this idea that God really does love me and He does care. And singing through Romans 8, I was able to think about how much I really was a slave to sin. I could practically pinpoint all the things in my life that I knew used to hold me bound, you know, and I could think back to when I was a stranger to Him, but He rescued me from all of that. And then that's when it just kind of really came to me that, you know, if He could do that, the one thing I needed Him the most for, to deliver me from death and the grave, the one thing that only He could save me from, then there's absolutely nothing I can't trust Him for. And that's my prayer for this song, that everybody who listens to it would be inspired to just believe the Lord and to believe Him for more than just stuff, you know, like it's not just about material things, but believing Him that even in the face of death or disappointment or just absolute uncertainty, that we can say with the Hebrew boys that we know He's able, but even if He doesn't, we can still trust Him. And I think how the song came together was really just a testimony of God's grace. I remember it was my birthday and I posted on Facebook that I wanted studio time. That was my wish list. And my friends saw it and they actually decided to come together and to make it happen. And so they presented me with a cute little gift certificate for studio time, and, you know, outlining all the people who would do what. And even the producer of the song, he's one of my closest friends. And I remember being in the studio with all of them, just surrounded with all of these amazing people, and thinking to myself that as much as I wanted to get this song done, I could never have imagined it coming together the way that it did. Just being in the studio with all my friends, just experiencing the grace of God even through this song that talks all about His grace. So I pray that this song will do for you immeasurably more than it has done even for me.